I have had so much trouble recording this video. If this one doesn't work, I'm not making it. Anyways, I'm just trying to make a little update video. Not any big news, but little things I thought I would record. One, in my Bible readings, I found a connection, interesting one. In Genesis 1, it says, God's Spirit was above the water. In the beginning, there was nothing, and God's Spirit hovered over the water. Then, and around Genesis 9, around the Noah story, before Noah's mentioned, said God saw man and how wicked man had become, and he was heartbroken. Very strong language. And then he said that he wanted to flood the world, and I was thinking, like, that means he was probably thinking back before creation. He was probably being like, man, this is a huge mistake. I want to go back to when it was just me. It was better when it was just me. And I thought that was an interesting connection, that God's Spirit over the water. That's what it was like in the beginning, and that's what he wanted to go back with. However, he showed his faithful nature and was like, you know what? I'm not going to give up on mankind. I'm going to get Noah. And carried him on the ark. Well, I was thinking, he promised not to do it again, but I wonder how often God thinks about that again, about how it was before us, when it was just His Spirit over the water, when there was no evil, when there was no one praying to Him and taking His name in vain and cursing Him. I just wonder, how often does He think about that? I know He loves us, but. And the other thing is when if he was thinking about His Spirit being above the water, was He thinking about just without us? We're just by Himself? Would He also erase heaven, like all the angels that He made? I don't know. We don't know a lot about angels. So, next subject, book. So, last night, again, I was listening to Spotify. I think it's this playlist. I listened to this playlist called Discover Music, and I get in these weird, emotional, very motivated moments. And I do things. Like I made that video about Mason, and that had huge reactions. Stuff me and him have never talked about came out. That was, but it was good. I'm thinking in the future, I might, make videos about other important relationships in my life. Maybe one for Kylie, maybe one for my father-in-law, maybe one for my mom. I don't know. Anyways, I got in this weird mood again, and I just wrote for hours. I was up so late writing. I know I went to sleep eventually, and obviously I woke up again, but man, I wrote half a novel. I just wrote and wrote and wrote. I was just caught in this story. And I was just following it along, and I didn't even know where it was necessarily. I guess I know where it was going because everything was feeding in this direction, and I want to see if I can do that again, if I can finish it tonight, because it was amazing. Next subject, moving. Okay, 4 things on moving. Okay, 1. Lease is up in November. We want to do one of 3 things. We either want to move into a bigger apartment here, 1,200, 3-bedroom, 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, or we want to move on base, which we'd lose our housing allowance, which we make a lot of money off of, or 3, we'd rent a house, which is a little bit more expensive, could be around $1,000, $1,100, but you get 4 bedrooms, a yard, space, privacy. It's nice. Maybe even a garage. Okay, and then the other thing on moving, this one is big. You might not think it's big, but Kylie put her number 1 as Washington for us going there in January, which is really huge because she's never lived away from family. In Alaska, obviously there's family there. She grew up there with her immediate family. In Missouri, she has more family there than, anyone. You might have known some big families, but I promise you she had more family there. It was crazy. The whole town was they had their own town. Then here in Texas, she has all of her, tons of family. Got mom, dad, sister, grandma, grandpa, aunt and uncle, multiple aunt and uncles. Anyway, so she put Washington down And the reason she put it down is because we want a northern state, but all of my family's there, or a lot of my family. And I'm going through college. It's expensive, and their community colleges do 4-year degrees. And she knows all of this, and she put it down, which is a big deal for her because she's very sensitive about family. She's never been away from her family. I didn't ask her to do this, but she did this without me knowing. And that's a big thing for her. That's a lot of love right there. I hope that she's happy wherever we go. But I was really surprised how much she loved me to do that. Next thing, a little bit of a downer. Hopefully not a big deal, but last 24 hours have been a little bit rough. I've had worry issues, anxiety issues. I get a little worked up more than most people. Nothing big. I've never been medicated, never gone to a mental hospital or anything, but yeah, I've always been like worried and stressed about certain things. Anyways, last night I had a 7 p.m. calculus class, and I missed it. And I was really, really freaking out. I was worried about not getting the material, and so I tried to learn it in the back. It's not the back. The book. I don't know if you've ever read a math book, like without a teacher, and tried to learn something brand new. Math books are useless. They should just stop making math books and just make books with problems. Like they make books with puzzles. Just make books with problems, because every math book I've ever seen, they never do a good job at explaining new material. Ever. That's why everyone takes math in person. Anyways, I was not getting it. I was looking at that book for like an hour and a half on just a couple pages trying to get a subject. Couldn't get it. Went on Khan Academy, got it in like minutes. Anyways, really freaking out. Kylie helped me calm down. I apologize for freaking out. Then last night I was dreaming. It wasn't even a stressful dream. It was like doing some circus trick or something like that. But I woke up and it was very, very bad. I could not breathe. I could not, my chest was really tight. I was really dizzy. I couldn't think straight. Everything was going crazy in my head. It was bad. I tried to go to the bathroom and just, turn the light on, think, stay awake, being like, okay, everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay. I did not know why I was freaking out. Then I turned on the shower, because that's really showers where I think a lot and where I'm very relaxed. I went in there, and it took me a long time to calm down. Maybe not a long time, maybe like 20 minutes, but it was really bad. I couldn't believe it. I don't know why. It was the strangest thing. But I've decided that if that starts happening again like 2 more times, I'm going to go get myself checked out. So hopefully nothing happens, but that's freaky. I'm kind of wondering if anyone else deals with that, just random anxiety. Like I've normally just worried a little bit more. I've never had like serious anxiety, but man, last night is bad. Anyways, on a closing note, I made a video called To Mason. Once again, I was listening to Spotify late at night. Put me in another weird mood. I don't know what it does to me. And it was a big deal. We talked about a lot of stuff that we've never talked about. It was crazy. But it was good. It was good. And so I'm probably not going to do any sort of video like that for a while, but I'm thinking about doing other videos for people close in my life. Maybe one for Kylie, for my father-in-law, for my mom. I mean, it's kind of scary making those videos, but a lot of good came out of this one. So maybe in the future I'll do another one. Granted, I'll have to show on my YouTube channel and they'll know my thoughts, but whatever. Holy crap, this video is long. Alright, I'm going to stop it.